All right. Oh, welcome to Groove On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, and it is March 27th, 2021's. A little late tonight, but it's worth the wait because there's a lot of stuff going on here, and there's a lot of stuff that is going on third phase of moon. So forgive me for being a half of an hour, 25 minutes late. But we're here. It's Saturday. So, we really shouldn't even be here, and all that. So I expect a smaller crowd than usual, probably right where we're at. That'll be the max. And it'll be good. It'll be quaint tonight. We're going to talk about this. You hear about this lady? I think she was fat. They called her Fatima. Shouldn't say that nowadays, right? But she's dead, so who are you going to hurt? But nonetheless, no fat shaming. But she was a lady, kind of angelic. I think these three kids, or a couple of kids, had a premonition. She showed, everybody saw. There was a pic. I think it was 1917, right? It was a long time ago. 104 years now, huh? Feels like something's going to happen like that. I'm just like, we're seeing everything, it seems like. Explosions in the sky. We're seeing weird stuff flying over deer. No, I didn't do the experiment. Couldn't. What else? Then we got volcano explosions. We've got shrapnel falling out of the sky. I wonder did anybody find any of those pieces? They should have found a bunch. And they say they think it was satellites, rocket boosters. Stupid me. They think it was a rocket booster from the SpaceX thing, the launch, whenever. But they say we're not 100% sure, but we think we're pretty sure. It's not a UFO. It's a fleet of them. That's what it would I would hope it would look like that if they were coming. You would have no chance in hell to get away from them. It's going to be like the Matrix when that day happens. There's going to be one alien for each one of us, and they're programmed to terminate us. And those who beat their Terminator, they survive. And they are the strong. That's what the Matrix is all about, kids. Only the strong survive. Can you beat your Terminator? That's how life should be, right? Wouldn't it be great? Let's say this. Let's say you get to the end of your life, you're like dying, and you have an option. You can take this drug that will keep you alive another 100 years. Right? Let's say they match whatever you just lived. So if I live to be 100, I take this pill, it rejuvenates my body, but I have to live on the run from the Terminator, always coming after me. And there are people called termies, and nobody wants to be a termie's friend because the Terminator will pop up. You never know. And they have to live in disguise, and they have to take their fingerprints off, change their eyeballs, change their voice if they're going to go on, TV or something. What a cool show that would be. Termies. You know what you call it? Double life or life times two. That's the one I like. Life times two. Or you just die. You don't have to go through that. I would take the chance. I don't know what I'm thinking. Why that would even be a possibility in any life. You know what I mean? All right. You know what? Once you hit 18 years old, right? You can't. A Terminator can just pop up and shoot you in the crib. That's not cool. Why do you have to give your parents all that stress? Yeah, there's a flaw in that. There's a flaw. What about the other people? You know? Yeah. Roll call. A little bit. First Floor Audio, JP Best, and yo, guys, welcome to the show. The Bee's Nest videos. Good to see you back in action. IR Film, welcome to the show, you guys. UFOs above us. No need to live over 100. Hell, I'm just a bit over 40. It is true. It doesn't, you don't know how much over 40, but I'm a bit over. I hate that. Sucks. So before the show, internet issues, and then I go to restart the computer because I couldn't send. Did I send it to them? Yeah, I did. And I couldn't send the file over to Third Phase, so I had to restart the computer. Then I see, oh, you want to restart and update, or you just want to restart? And I said, well, I got 45 minutes, so boom, restart, update, goes through, and I was able to send the video. But I don't like that. I had my whole show set up, and it didn't give me my remaining tabs. So I'm really upset at that. That frustrates me because I leave a few things open that I need. Yeah, it's my fault. I should save them. You're right. You're right. Well, we still doing roll call. Jimmy Mac Soundtracks. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Betty Double Kick Chick. Welcome to the show. Coral Ann already said, but say it again. Happy birthday to you. Don't ask. Welcome to the show. Hey, Renee Cruzan. Welcome to the show. Stephen Grilly made it. Welcome to the show. Valerian the Mac the Third made it to the show. Pyramid 7. Paul Tavares batting fourth. Paul Tavares. Shortstop number 33. Paul Tavares. Welcome to the show. Keon Henderson. Is it Con or Keon? Doesn't matter, right? I got it right. I know I did. NKMR. Welcome to the show. Iceman Gambino. Toughest name on the net. It is. Iceman. Forget about it. Gambino. Double forget about it. Rich Christie. Welcome to the show. Diamond 13 CJ. You know, I didn't get to you yet. You know, no reason to get uppity. See, now I don't know if I'm taking that the wrong way, but I think I'm taking it right because I didn't say hi yet to Diamond 13 CJ, did I? No. So they're being sarcastic, saying, thanks for my shout out. See, it got them attention, got on the screen, got noticed, got talked about. They know what they're doing. Welcome to the show. IR Film, welcome to the show. B. Baker, welcome to the show. Eric Files, welcome to the show. All right, so I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Bridget Ladd, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Glad you can make it. And Ms. Is it DJ? Welcome to the show. All right. If I didn't get you, I'm sorry. Or as they say in New York, I'm sorry. All right? I'm sorry. F and A, you know? You know, Angie, tell Donna, your sister, I don't like her. Let's get this show on the road. So, I don't want to start with that one. All right. Look at it. This has nothing to do with the paranormal. It is tech stuff. And I've mentioned the railgun several times on the show. I got a 1 minute, 59-second video here. It's just cool. That's all. It's cool. I said play. All right. You see, why isn't it
electromagnetic railgun,
unbelievable?
A revolutionary and truly destructive force. But it's not what you think.
Oh!
Rather than gunpowder or chemicals, the railgun relies on a massive electrical pulse to launch projectiles at distances over 100 nautical miles or 185 kilometers at hypersonic speeds. The muzzle velocity of railguns exceeds 9,800 feet or 3,000 meters per second. But the railgun comes with its own set of challenges. It needs a tremendous amount of electrical energy, much more than the majority of warships are capable of producing. But one of the biggest problems is the destructive power that the railgun brings upon itself, specifically the stress that's experienced by the rails due to the massive amount of heat generated and the repulsive electromagnetic force that the rails impose on one another. This force is so strong that the barrel of the railgun on earlier prototypes would only last for a handful of shots, and even though there have been some improvements since, the railgun is far from being ready for action.
Pretty cool, man. Oh, what was that? U.S. tests its new 6th generation Magic fighter with air superiority? What channel is this? Daily Aviation. I don't know.
FAXX 6th generation air superiority fighter. Magic, Gambit, or Bluff. While Russia is improving the character...
Forget about Russia. Did you see that? Oh, I love this stuff. I never used to go this crazy for technology, but with airplanes and stuff, but they just look so cool now. And how do you not like it? You know, come on. I mean, look at the thumbnail I used tonight for this show. That thing's real. You see it, right? It's real. Yeah, there was something in here I wanted to show you guys, but yeah, forget about it. Yeah, but anyway, pretty cool stuff. I know you can see me working it. Working it. I think that's it.
Important feature of the 6th generation of fighters. It turns out that a fighter must have 2 features: be able to remain invisible and contain the potential for unprecedented acceleration at the same time.
Love me tech stuff. Yeah, tonight's just gonna be we're gonna talk about that Fatima lady. I'm gonna play this video in a second here from Tucker Carlson. Is it Tucker? Yeah, with Christopher Mellon. Just happened yesterday, today, I don't remember, but there was a guy. This, I gotta tell you, this is so weird. Look, if this is true, then the UFO that almost hit that deer the other night, this might be real then. That might be real. Here we go. Check this out. I don't know. I was going to say something else and I changed my mind halfway through. I know I thought I turned the volume up. Oh, come on. You mean there's no 720? There we go. A little bit better. No sound. Who has no sound on their video? Well, we don't need it. The rock could be spotted from parts California and Arizona. Dun, 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 and it's probably are parts of a series of satellite deliveries to update SpaceX's satellite network. Right, but why won't they show us, tell us that this stuff is going to come down on top of us? Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a fleet of UFOs. Not buying it. Nope, not buying it. Anyway, this guy, this biker says he got run off the road by what he claims was a UFO. That was supposed to be the video. I had it all set up. And all I had to do was just come over here and play, and it gave us this video. I did see what I was supposed to see in the beginning. But for some reason, now if I refresh, it'll give me an ad. Maybe, yeah, we can do this over then. We'll keep the ad off. Come on. So after this, it should go right into that story about the guy who claims a UFO ran him off the road while he was riding his bicycle. Can you imagine? If that's true. It's not. And we don't have any volume anyway. Why? No, it's not me. I got it all set up right. You heard the last video. All right, I'm going to warm you up with this one. This is only a minute. 30 seconds. Just to get your palate ready for Mellon. Oh, Jesus, here comes a helicopter.
Question, do you believe, based on your decade of serving in the U.S. government on this question, that the U.S. government has in its possession any material from one of these aircrafts?
Oh, I do, yes.
Did Lou just take a dump? Oof. What was that about?
These aircrafts.
Oh,
yeah, he did.
I do, yes.
You think the U.S. government has debris from a UFO in its possession right now?
Unfortunately, Tucker, I really have to be careful of my NDA. I really can't go into a lot of more detail than that.
Okay.
But
then what?
Simply put, yes.
Wait a minute. Why do you give us this whole thing and then just say, yeah? I always hated that. Well, Lou had a little bit of hair left on him.
The U.S. government has in its possession any material from one of these aircrafts?
Oh,
yeah, he did. He swallowed that canary and it came out his hole. All right, here we go. You ready for this? This just happened today. Tucker. Mellon. Thornton Mellon. Isn't it Mellon?
So there have been a number of different coronavirus bills, and they're big, and they've got a lot of stuff in them that's nothing to do with coronavirus. And a lot of it's bad. But here's one good thing and an interesting thing. This was in the bill that the previous administration got through in December. And it had a provision in it that started a 180-day countdown for the government to tell us everything the government knows about UFOs. That would include classified UFO sightings. Now, John Ratcliffe, who was the director of national intelligence, has said the report will have massive implications. Frankly, he said there are a lot more sightings than have been made public. Now, Chris Mellon has been on this subject more carefully than maybe anybody in the United States. He's a former Pentagon official, and he joins us tonight for a preview of what we may find out. Chris,
I didn't watch this yet, but I'm just going to make a prediction without looking in the chat room what he's going to say. Well, he's going to say, Ratcliffe is saying that there's going to be a release of these documents, classified. They're going to declassify them, and we are going to hear about what we have hidden. Off-world vehicles, technology that's like magic, all sorts of stuff, right? You think he's going to say that? He's going to say, well, Ratcliffe was going to say something about something, but he couldn't because even he doesn't know what's coming out in this 180-day thing. So he can't just come out and say, yeah, well, there was a crashed UFO in Kingman, Arizona in '67, and this is how we made perfected invisibility with this radar and all that. Then they don't come out with it. Now he's sitting out there with the big matzo ball over his head, in his hands, in his bowl. So I wonder if Mellon's going to say anything. I bet you he just talks in circles because that's all they can do. We're just going to get everything Tucker just said. You're going to hear it again, just differently.
I appreciate your coming on tonight. What do you think we're going to learn in this report?
Well, thanks very much, Tucker, and thanks for drawing attention to this issue. I think it could be profound and transformative, as a former DNI, John Ratcliffe, suggested, because in 1970, when Project...
Hold on. Because he just said that, I think I got one right. So for me, I get a little dingy ding. Thank you. All right. I guess that one right. Let me turn up the volume. All right.
Blue Book concluded. They concluded and told the American people, we don't see any evidence of technological breakthroughs beyond anything
technology
that we can do ourselves. We don't see any evidence of a threat to national security.
Ooh, I didn't say that there. So he doesn't think there's a threat?
I don't think they can honestly say either of those things in this case. And as people...
Okay, that goes against everything he and Lou Elizondo were talking about during the first 2 seasons of Unidentified and throughout their tenure at TTSA. Am I wrong? Did not Lou and Thornton Mellon here speak of a threat? So is he saying that there's not going to be any documentation or evidence saying that there's a threat? Does he already know what's... I got to listen to that again. I shouldn't interrupt it. All right, I won't interrupt next time. And then I'll hit a bell if he gets one right, though.
Cliff suggested, because in
Hold on.
1970...
Frankly, he said there are a lot more sightings that have been made public.
My fault.
Now, Chris Mellon has been on this subject more carefully than maybe anybody in the United States. He's a former Pentagon official, and he joins us tonight for a preview of what we may find out. Chris, I appreciate your coming on tonight. What do you think we're going to learn in this report?
Well, thanks very much, Tucker, and thanks for drawing attention to this issue. I think it could be profound and transformative, as the former DNI, John Ratcliffe, suggested, because in 1970, when Project Blue Book concluded, they concluded and told the American people, we don't see any evidence of technological breakthroughs beyond anything that we can do ourselves. We don't see any evidence of a threat to national security. I don't think they can honestly say either of those things in this case. And as people begin to digest that, and they are going to address this at an unclassified level, so that'll be a public statement, I think that's going to raise a lot of questions and send some shockwaves.
So they've been lying. I mean, I think we can say that. And
So wait, so he just said that Project Blue Book did not see that the UFOs were a threat or anything like that. And that goes against everything we know today. That's what I thought he just said.
Suggested, because in 1970, when Project Blue Book concluded, they concluded and told the American people, we don't see any evidence of technological breakthroughs beyond anything that we can do ourselves. We don't see any evidence of a threat to national security.
Okay.
I don't think they can honestly say either of those things in this case. And as
I don't think they can say either of those things in this case, which means there's a threat.
people begin to digest that, and they are going to address this at an unclassified level, so that'll be a public statement, I think that's going to raise a lot of questions and send some shockwaves.
So they've been lying. I mean, I think we can say that, and who knows why, but that really is the question. Why? Why haven't we heard this before? It's a huge deal. It could change our perception of our place in the solar system, in the universe, really. Why hasn't anyone come forward with this prior to this coming June?
It's largely been a matter of stigma, and people are afraid to discuss it. It's shocking, and this is how I got involved. I became aware in 2016 that U.S. Navy squadrons operating off the East Coast of the United States were having recurring encounters with these vehicles, and nobody in the intelligence community was responding. Nobody was.
Okay. So they're talking about the Tic Tac event. You're not supposed to hit it if I say it, right? But unless they know things we don't know, it doesn't seem like anybody died. There were interactions. Yes, we know about the interactions. We do. And just because Fravor was very close to one and it zipped by him real fast, I mean, it wasn't like it was holding a joust and it poked a hole into his F-18. It just zipped by, man. It's curious. And if you're giving off a vibe that it's a threat, it's no wonder they're not going to make contact with us. Fravor wanted to go after that thing. I'm gonna be a tough guy. I'm a tough guy pilot. I'm going to get that gold star. Whatever. Purple Heart, green clovers. It's just too convenient. It's how they have to get. And that's why you never heard it in the past, because people were able to get the government. They were able to somehow filter that money and have these projects go. And yes, there's secret projects going right now, but who knows how they get their money. Of course, trillions of dollars go missing all the time. We found that out the day before, the towers fell. But where'd that $2 trillion go? So they hide the money. They hide it well. I'm sure they have the funding to research UFOs, to back engineer these UFOs, these craft, and make them into fighting machines. That's the only thing they want. And that's what they fear. And they're so scared because they're afraid the aliens are like humans. And if they're smarter than us, then, you know, they already know how to tactically take us out. So we better be on guard. Dude, you're that smart. You're stupid. We won't win that war. We won't win that invasion. It will be so tactical and so fast. It'll be done in a night, just like War of the Worlds was doing in the movies. It would be that tough to fight against. Anyway, let's finish with Mellon. But, my point is, now that you're thinking, I want to shoot this thing, I want to kill it, it feels that, I think. I think the aliens have that type of anatomy, that type of DNA, that they're able to pick up the energy we're giving off. Much like you would think a ghost, you can make contact with the ghosts. You just got to get to that vibration. It's what the psychics tell you. You want to go astral planing? Get that vibration to the level it needs to be. All right, Mellon.
Was supporting them. Nobody was backing them up. Nobody was.
So he's talking about how, you know, they were talking about it's a threat, and it's hard to get backed up, I think. Let's go back. I forget where he left off.
This coming June.
It's largely been a matter of stigma, and people are afraid to discuss it. You know, it's shocking, and this is how I got involved. I became aware in 2016 that U.S. Navy squadrons operating off the East Coast of the United States were having recurring encounters with these vehicles, and nobody in the intelligence community was responding. Nobody was supporting them. Nobody was backing them up. Nobody was investigating. It was not.
Look, Grandmaster UV is on Fox. It says, oh my, he must have hacked in. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys, I'm on Mars on a flying saucer, flying around Mars in the Matrix. Cheers, everyone. Oh my God. He's on Fox.
Not being reported up the chain of command. The Secretary of Defense didn't know. It wasn't a matter of concealing the information in the sense of they knew it and processed it and withheld it from the public. It was a matter of hear no evil, see no evil. And that's okay as a personal choice, perhaps, but that's not what you want in the intelligence community.
No, it's totally negligent and reckless, actually. Do you think that we'll find the government has physical evidence of these vehicles?
We may. I do want to temper expectations a little bit.
Off-world vehicles.
The request from the Congress is not to release classified information, but to review all of the classified information, regardless of source.
Wait. Did he just say, holy crap, wait.
Evidence of these vehicles?
We may. I do want to temper expectations a little bit. The request from the Congress is not to release classified information, but to review all of the...
Not to release classified information, but to review the information we already gave out to the public. Oh my God, it's over.
classified information, regardless of source.
Yeah.
And then render an unclassified judgment based on that review.
Unclassified.
So it's not going to be a big document dump. It's not going to be revealing necessarily new videos or anything of that nature. But they will be reviewing all of the information if they do this in the manner that it's been requested. And then they're going to have to also have to address who's in charge, how are we going to manage this issue going forward, who do we think is behind this, are there any technological breakthroughs here that we should be concerned about? So there's a lot on the plate, and I think it is going to be a big deal.
No, it's not. I'm disappointed. So Tucker first asks him, do you think we're going to find out that, you know, we have this technology, right? Isn't that what he said? He says, well, let's...
These vehicles?
Here.
Reckless, actually. Do you think that we'll find the government has physical evidence of the...
Yeah, and then he says, maybe. Oh, I want to temper the excitement here, right?
These vehicles?
We may. I do want to temper expectations a little bit. The request from the Congress is not to release classified information, but to review all of the classified information, regardless of source.
Wow. Can I ask you guys something? That was an accident, actually. It was kind of funny. What are we doing? Really, what are we doing? I'm really upset. I'm not acting it out. I just can't. I just can't do it. Hey, look at this. That cheered me up a little bit. Thank you, Neatsby, with the $5 super sticker. I'm gonna change that. They now have a new block thing. I think the bubble's the one we were going with, right? Or default. Yeah, default. Default's cool. I couldn't even tell what that was the other way. Yeah, I could, but not as easily. I don't like that one as much. And this one, yet. The block isn't bad, though. But I like default. Gives you guys a lot of room to spread your wings. I'm a little bit, yeah, same old, same old. Thank you very much, Neatsby. Super generoso. And let me take a look at that super sticker here so I can let the people driving, because on their phones. Whoops. Did I miss one? No, there it is. Oh, it's a fox giving the thumbs up saying good job. All right. And he's wearing a kimono, I think. Let's see. Rich Christie is saying, let me pull that up. Super generoso, Neats. Neats B. Goof on, put it this way. If they don't tell us, huh? Ooh, aren't under some alien attack. If they don't tell us we aren't under some alien attack, I don't know what you mean. If they do tell us, then we are screwed. Either way, can you do the Tyler voice? Well, wait a second. That's not what we're talking about here, right? Because it's a threat. We're not under some alien attack. That's a... They're not going to say we're under attack because we're not. They just feel that these UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, are going in places that we don't want them to. And they feel that's a threat because, well, hell, what if it is China or Russia and they have this technology? We want to know and we want to steal it and we want to get it. That's what it's about, really. Like, are we going to send over our best, to go find out if they have this stuff? But we're already over there spying. Come on. It's not China. It's not Russia. It is Afghanistan. That can have a big trip, right? Could be. Didn't I, in Iraq, they have that supposed Stargate that was found in Iraq? Anyway, that's Mellon.
And then render an unclassified judgment based on that review. So it's not going to be a big document dump. It's not going to be revealing necessarily new videos or...
No videos, no document dump.
Or anything of that nature. But they will be reviewing all of the information if they do this in the manner that it's been requested.
They are going to review all the information if they do it as requested?
Reviewing all of the information if they do this in the manner that it's been requested. And then they're going to have to also have to address...
He is trying to be careful what he says. He normally doesn't stutter this much. He normally doesn't screw up his words. He has made ample mistakes speaking. He sounds like he's just really nervous. I would be too. It looks like he got a little younger. It's amazing what that alien technology can do, huh? Just eat a few rocks. It's The Rock. Oh my God! You know what this reminds me
Yes,
of?
who's in charge?
The crystal skull. No, the star. What are those things from the 80s? Remember the star crystal skull? No, crystal something. And they had those big bird-like monsters that were walking around. Crystal skull? No, it's not a skull, dummy. That's what they were doing.
How are we going to manage this issue going forward? Who do we think is behind this? Are there any technological breakthroughs here that we should be concerned about? So there's a lot on the plate, and I think it is going to be a big deal.
Man, it's just so frustrating. I wish they'd just be honest about everything. They're still hiding material from the Kennedy assassination almost 60 years ago. It's really remarkable. Chris Mellon.
Yeah, because some of those people are still alive. You gotta wait till every person is dead that's connected to the Kennedys before you get that information. That's an interesting thing he just told us. It was better than I thought. And don't expect anything. We knew it. Now we are pretty sure about it. We talk about it all the time. I don't know what else to say. I told you so. We knew it yesterday anyway, kind of, right? There's a cute little old lady. Her name's Dolores Cannon. She has one of the best analysis of the UFO ET phenomenon. That's based on her quantum therapy research. You want to take a listen? She's cute. She's a cute old lady. If I was 189, all right, she's an old lady. She will play a minute of this, maybe two. I don't know. It's interesting though. You might have to turn your ears up a little because she's a little old, very soft spoken. And I'm not going to jack up the screen so you could see her and all that. You don't need to. It's right here. Can I play this? I don't even think I could play this. Wait. It's from Quantum Healing Hypnosis. Is this her? I don't know if I could play this. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's her. That's awesome. She's got 216,000 subscribers. How cool. Told you she was cool. All right, we'll give her theater mode. How's that? Little theater action? Huh? Dolores Cannon?
The subject of UFOs and ETs is very complicated, complex, and highly intricate. I don't know if I can condense it down to just a short thing, but I've been investigating ETs and UFOs for over 25 years. I've written 4 books on the subject. So I'm always recommending, if you want to know about the story of the ETs, is to go to my book, The Custodians. That's my 25 years of working with them and all the different phases I went through as I was trying to understand this interesting phenomenon. But
I said,
that book,
that's her book, and then I
found the
said,
answers
shameful
to
plug.
any questions anybody would ever want to ask about UFOs and ETs. Then I went on to write, Keepers of the Garden was one of the first ones. Then there was The Legend of Star Crash and...
All right, come on. Get to the good stuff, Dolores. Dolores!
In the universe that has been created with free will. I've had many people go back to lifetimes where they lived on planets where there wasn't free will.
Come on, man. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be like this. Can I just say something about Dolores? God bless her, why is it that I don't have these experiences, past life regressions? You know, all these people claim that they're Venuvians, Venetians, they're Anunnaki descendants, they're partially hydrated space alien human mix hybrids. How come none of that ever hit me? None of that has ever come my way. And it's weird. It seems to me, and I don't know, maybe I just remember them more, but it seems like it hits people over 60 more than it does the younger groups. You know, having been abducted and taken to other places and have interactions with aliens, insemination, all sorts of things going on. Uterus is taken out, babies, hybrids. Where's mine? Huh? Anybody seen Richie's baby? Huh? I'm coming back looking for him, what he did to UFO Lupo.
And they could hardly wait to get out of there and get out of that lifetime, because it was not a very happy lifetime.
So you mean to tell me people, you heard what she just said. I can't play anymore. I think I've allotted my time, which I haven't, but she said a lot of people don't like the timeline that they were living in their other lives, and they can't wait to get out of there. So that tells me these people have some sort of awareness of this previous life. This is where I get lost in like a bull crap. It's not happening. So what do? Why don't they just commit suicide? First chance they get. Gun, out of it. I bet you there's a loophole that you can't kill yourself because they'll put you in a place, I don't know, maybe a lot of heat, you know, because we don't like heat. Hearing strange noises, I don't know, screaming, agony, things like that. They give you body aches and pains. Sounds familiar. Where would they put you if you killed yourself? Oh, what the hell? So I have a hard time with it. You really have to suspend your disbelief to believe that there are all of these other lifetimes. It's the only way some people can actually cope with the fact that they're going to die, that they create this alternative reality that really doesn't exist, but in their mind it does. And hey, who am I to tell them it isn't? Because I can do it. You want me to tell you about a past life I've had? I could spend 30 minutes telling you about it because I've imagined it. I've lived it. All I have to do is tell you my life story and just change a few things. Hey, you know, come on, man. It's a nice, convenient way to get out of reality, to give it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I understand that, but she's selling books on this stuff. Is it wrong of me? You know, this is what I've been conflicted with lately. Maybe some of you have gone through this or going through it or think about you want to go through it. Because, I mean, who am I to say this person can't have these experiences? I'm nobody. And just because it doesn't happen to me doesn't mean it doesn't happen to them. But it does. There's no proof. And that's where I always go. Show me something. Right? Show me something. Give me something I can work with, Dolores. All right. You lived in a past life. You've been divorced 3 times. Obviously, you're not getting it right. There's something wrong with you that you can't have a relationship with somebody more than 5 years. I think I saw what did I just see? Hold on. Shane Rodriguez with a super chat. $9.99. Super generoso. Well, I'm terminal with cancer. And whatever happens, happens. I know what I believe, but I don't go and say I know or make up stories. No, God, no. I know. Thank God. Thank you for that. And thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Yeah, wow. Okay, so you said you're terminal with cancer. Okay. Wow. I can't even, I don't even know what to say, but I can't imagine. I've thought about it a lot. I thought about what happens when we die, because I don't remember what it was like before I was born. Like these people, somehow, some way, they've lived all these lives, yet they just can't seem to get it right. It's kind of hard pill to swallow, you know. But I can't imagine what is happening after we get there. When I'm dead, what happens to the brain? Because apparently your brain it's working on energy. It somehow has this energy. And when your heart stops, the blood doesn't pump anymore, and the brain doesn't get the oxygen it needs, and the blood it deserves, and the nutrients it has to have. So within 4 minutes, you're officially dead, officially. But in the meantime, people have come back from being an hour dead, exactly 10 minutes dead, near-death experiences. I had a dream I died and had a near-death experience in the dream at a time where I was thinking about death every day. Like, what am I doing here? I say it all the time. It's like, what are we doing? I mean, where does it end? Because, you know, at this age, not a lot of things can shock me. All right. I've been to nice places. I've been all over the world, but it's kind of hard to do. But I thought I traveled well. I met a lot of nice people. I've had relationships. It's all right. I'm over it. All right. I'm over it. And I wish there was a way we could press a button, kickstart that. But there isn't. Not that we know of, or else people would do it. If you knew it, and this is why we can't know, people would be taking themselves out all the time. We know for a fact you come back. Boom, I want to see what it's like. Bam, electrocuted, I don't care. Oh, I can't breathe, suffocation, I don't care. That's why we don't know. Don't you think this program we're in is designed rather well? Don't you? So are people tapping into it? And what we tap into, are they the UFOs that we're seeing in the sky? The light anomalies, the strange explosions, anything you want to talk paranormal. Is that a glimpse into the other side? I want to know. And the problem is, Harry Houdini, many other people said, he told his wife, when I die, we're going to have a magic word. Only you and I will know. And on this day and on that time, I will come to you, and then I will whisper that word into your ear, and you will know that the afterlife is real. He couldn't do it. Not that we know of. Maybe she did. Maybe she did hear it and didn't tell anybody. That's not fair. Oh, that's not fair, Mrs. Houdini. Harry Houdini, Mrs. That is not nice. Do you know? She would know then. But we still don't know. That's the bottom line. We still don't know. But if we did, wouldn't you take more chances? I wouldn't. I don't want to die. I don't want to get hurt. You still have, if you could jump off a cliff thinking you're ending your life. Oh, this is great. Oh, I'm finally going to meet my maker. I can't believe it. Boom. No. Ow. Ow, my legs. I can't move my legs. Or you hit the ground. You open your eyes. There's people around you, bright light, and you're in a hotel room and everybody's looking at you. Rich, can you hear me? Ma? Why do you look so different? You've been in a coma for 20 years. Or that'll happen. So don't think you can take yourself out and just appear in some other womb somewhere, and it's going to be this magical life you've been thinking about in your subconscious mind while you're jacked up into the matrix somewhere in a UFO flying around Uranus. Because it ain't like that. Anyway, I think it was a year ago. We were in this position I'm about to show you now. What's that? You still want to talk about that? People here? Oh, let's see what people are saying. The multiverse, Big Feet saying. Shane Rodriguez, what'd you say? Well, even what we have been told or been shown, but what we choose to believe is going to be what we choose. Even with proof, it won't change most people's minds. That's what my sister, Mary Johnson, told me. I asked her. No, she said, you can be anything you want in heaven. And of course, at 12 years old, hitting my pubescent ways, I said, can I have 5 girlfriends? Something like that. It was 5 girls. I said, can I have 5 girlfriends? Richard, you can have anything you want in heaven. That's really positive, Sister Mary Catherine Johnson. That is so positive. Anything negative happen in heaven? No. Heaven is full of love. Wait a minute. And why don't I just kill myself right here in the class? That sounds great. Guys, you want to go? You want to take yourself out? Next week, we come back to class. 4 kids are missing. What happened? Well, the cops want to talk to you, Rich. Apparently, yeah. It's a strange world we live in, but I don't think it's this strange that we I don't know. Damn it, I can't say it because I want to say we don't live in a matrix. When we die, that's it. Our energy disperses left, right, up, down, all directions, and it goes into the ether. And you know why scientists think that? A lot of scientists are agnostic. They don't believe in the afterlife, really, because they need evidence. They want that proof. Now, we can talk about this till we're blue in the face. The thing is, we just have a lot of stories from minds that were shutting down. That guy who said he saw hell. Remember that guy who was all over TV for a while, 10, 15 years ago? I think he was on Oprah. And he was talking about, and I mentioned it earlier, people grabbing at him, here's screams and agony and people yelling, help me, help me. And that's all hell was. He got a glimpse of what hell was like. So we've had heaven, hell stories, but we've had 1 million heaven stories and just a few hell stories. And I would think it would be the opposite. I think there would be many hell stories and few heaven stories because people, although we want to be nice, we do shitty things all the time. We talk bad about people we don't even know, right? We talk bad about people we know. Me, I'm sinning every day. Well, not really, but am I? No, not every day. So, yeah, follow the rules of your man. But is that part of the 10 Commandments that I'm supposed to follow? Or am I supposed to read the Bible or some sort of book? Tell me what I need to know about where I'm going, who I'm going with. I watched that movie Zeitgeist, and it tells me there is no Jesus. There is some star that they named it, whatever, and that everything started with that. And the story of this Jesus guy has been told thousands of times, thousands of different ways. Aliens. That's why. It has to be alien. Either that or this thing or person or entity that walked on water and did all these magical things. Could have been a magician, the David Blaine of their time. You know what I mean? And if they were able to move pyramid blocks and build all those things and those structures, I think there's a guy out there who can levitate. I don't know, man. There's a video on the internet of a real miracle. Have you seen this thing? If somebody can get that for me. The lady was deformed, right? I mean, really bad. And then her arm, after like 5 minutes of doing this dance, whatever, and she went into a trance, her arm looked almost 100%. It straightened out. But there was something goofy about that. Something a little weird about that video. It looked too good to be true. I think it was real. Anybody know which one I'm talking about? One of you sent that to me. I think, I don't know if it was Miss A, but it might have been. COVID. Let me see. Is anybody else here? Was this $4.99? Oh, another super chat by Shane. Thank you. Shane Rodriguez, $4.99 says, why can't I put it up on the board? Did I miss it? Or did you just put it up? Oh, you just put it up. Love to be talking this topic with you, Rich, and consider myself pretty knowledgeable on the subject and non-biased as well. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thanks for the $4.99 super chat too. Yeah. Sorry, it's hard for me to see questions, COVID, because it's just hard to see. And did the super chats come up colored? Richard, you said colored. Come on. Thanks again, Super Generoso. I remember a video about that woman. It was somewhere in an African country. Yes, Mike. That's the woman. That's the woman. I'm looking for things that, and I don't talk to the chat room a lot. You guys know that, right? Yeah, I put a message in the chat room today on Goof On, and I'm like, I try, but now there's just too many people. The thing goes by so fast. By the time you type something in and I'm concentrating over here, next thing I know, I don't see it. It's very hard for me to get to everybody. I am a sinner, Betty. Let's see. Mr. Big Feet says, I believe we don't let animals suffer. We should let someone who chooses that due to terminal illness. I don't know. I agree. We should not let animals suffer. Grandmaster says, Shane, I pray you get better. You should use cannabis to release ceramide to detect DNA marks or genetic marks that cause cancer cells to die. Over 20 types to die. Or also Dr. CV diet cures cancer and AIDS. I've heard of that guy. That's nice, Grandmaster UV. What's this? I need a bigger screen too. Coraline. All right. I don't see a lot of, what's this? Corlin, I can't read his new blue shirt. It is. Does it tell you? It's the Chamonix University Athletics. Chamonix. Do you know what a Chamonix is in Italian? This is Goof on Late Night, right? It is, Adam, Off-World Adam. Just to let you guys know later on, because we're going to go a little bit long tonight, 30, no, not long, we're going to go longer, because I started an hour ago, just about exactly. And yeah, so we're going to go a little later, but later on tonight, the reason I'm kind of late, Third Phase of Moon has a video that I gave them, and maybe a couple others, of something. Wow, I don't even know what to tell you. I want to show it here. I want to show it here. I want to show it. I have other ones to show you. And they come from somebody who's a fan of the show, who sent these to me. I don't want to say yet, because I don't want you guys to go look them up. I want you to come over to me on Third Phase and watch. Understand? All right. Thank you, guys. You guys are great. COVID. So this has been happening on Mars. Remember this? This cloud appears every day now. You remember? Let's go theater mode again for this guy. This is from Anton Petrov. I like Anton. He's good people.
This is Anton, and today we're going to be talking about a resolution to one of the strangest mysteries of planet Mars. And no, we're not talking about the face on Mars. This has been resolved many, many years ago. We're talking about this thing right here. This really unusual cloud-like formation that you can also see in this image right here that was originally discovered in 2018 by the mission known as Mars Express and was coming out of this strange ancient volcano known as Arsia Mons that we know for a fact has been dormant for basically millions and millions of years. So what's creating this strange cloud?
Remember when this came out? It's a huge cloud too. Yeah, I would think it was on Third Phase of Moon. I know we did look at it from the other guy, 33333, Mr. PP.
And why does it actually look like the volcano is literally erupting? What's causing all of this, and how does this all work?
You'll see, watch.
Well, first of all, it's important to understand that today we know that Mars is geologically inactive, and has actually been geologically inactive for a very, very long time. And although it does host quite a lot of volcanoes on its surface, including the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. This monster right here is like 3 times bigger than Mount Everest, by the way. All of these volcanoes were erupting billions of years ago.
Oh, you know, it's really weird, Mars, real quick. You see all these craters on it, right? A lot of them look like they happened after Mars lost its atmosphere. Do they know for sure Mars did have an atmosphere? I guess it did, because it has a blue tinge to the sky. It almost looks like Earth when you're down on looking up at the sky. It's blue. You know, it may look this way because of the dust and the dirt and everything else, but it's got a blue sky. Not like my shirt.
None of this should be producing any plumes or any smoke. And so naturally we know that this plume is not coming out of the volcano itself. Something else is forming it. As a matter of fact, it's not plume at all. It's actually clouds. It's a cloud-like formation that seems to be created by the volcano and the shape around it. And because we know that Mars actually does have clouds once in a while, and the cloud formation is something
pretty cool, huh?
Something that we've seen before in various observations of Mars, the question then becomes, how exactly does this cloud form? And unfortunately, for many years now, the scientists, after seeing this originally, couldn't really answer this question for one simple reason. The reason being that there is just not enough probes orbiting Mars to...
All right, I am past my allotted time by 2 seconds. Am I taking calls? No calls tonight. No. No calls. No, but thank you for the $2.99 super question. I just don't feel like it. Yeah. But thank you very much for asking. I'll do it next week. I'm just not in the mood. Capiche? All right, thank you very much. And by the way, thanks again, Super Generoso. Let's take a look and see if I got a message from my congresswoman or senator. So let's pull it up and see if I got a message today, because I had the forwarding off. So let's see if I got a call today. Oh no. Shane called. Hold on, I think who's this? Oh, that's from March. So I did not, oh wait, hold on. No, she didn't call. She did not call. I better sign out of here. I'm signing out because you guys can call while the show's going. So I'm signed out. Now you can't call. No, I know. I know you were just wondering. Thanks again. You're going to have an expensive conversation. Thank you for the $1.99 super question again. Super chat. Thank you, man. All right. No, I know you were just curious. B. Baker. Absolutely. Hey, folks, look for Area 503 on YouTube after the show and give him a subscribe. He puts out good stuff. Wait a minute. He does have a video I wanted to talk about. Did that come out yet? Or is that's April 1st. You're doing something. I want to talk about that real quick. I saw something. I know I did. Let's go to your let's go to Area 503. There you are. Yeah. I believe here it is. There's proof of Mandela effect. Oh, well, what is this? Can I play this? Oh, I'm going to play this. You gave me permission before. Can I still? No, I can't. All right, I won't. I won't play it. Sorry, I didn't. I shouldn't play it. What did he say? Buckle into your UFO. Buckling. Everybody's buckling. I love it. That's awesome. All right. Oh, play it. Oh, okay. I wanted you to say it. All right. And then after this, I got Lady Fatima. Lady Fatima, my life. Here we go. In 3, 2, it goes.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
In a world dominated by mainstream media, news for profit, misinformation, and fake news, who can you trust?
For nearly the last decade, I ran a sensitive aerospace threat identification program focusing on unidentified aerial technology.
Not Lulu.
It was in this position I learned that the phenomena is indeed real.
I have to stop it there. Can you believe this guy? Hamming it up. All right, we'll come back and we'll talk about Ham and Lou. I know, I can't help it. The guy makes me laugh.
So who can you turn to?
Disclosure tonight.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Disclosure Tonight. We have an amazing show in store for you folks, including a special guest host From Area 503, the search for universal truth, it's Manny! With special guests, the Area 503 computer, Leap the Demon, Cynthia Sliplet, Luis Elizondo, and a special guest appearance by Tyler of Security 10.
Hey guys.
Disclosure tonight. Buckle into your UFOs. It's going to be the ride of your life.
And that's fantastic.
Disclosure tonight. Fact or fiction? But about those videos, I gotta ask, what the heck happened with all that, dude?
I believe the Roswell UFO incident to be a fiction.
So what does a massive living UFO eat?
Anything it wants to.
Coming soon to Area 503.
That's great. Oh my God, that's great, dude. Manny, Area 503, dude. That's awesome. All right, that is great. I got to show you the smugness of Lou. Watch the way he tries to entrap the audience. He tries to sound like he's got the most important thing to say ever.
Identification program focusing on unidentified aerial technologies.
Watch.
It was in this
Here.
position I learned that the phenomena is indeed real.
The Joker. That's what I see when I see all those question marks. The Joker. He goes like this. Because we're going to show you some amazing things. I don't know what he said, but he looks around, you know. Hey, you know what I'm talking about, ladies? You know what I'm talking about? Ma'am. I can't do that joke. It's not that crowd. Never mind. That looks great, man. I can't wait, Manny. April Fools? Is that when it's coming out? April Fool's Day. Good job. Well, we'll be there. What time? I think it was like an hour and a half after we're done, I think, right? I don't know. The link will be in the description, but you can... Oh, yeah, here it is, 11 a.m. Oh, shit, 11 a.m. Interesting. All right, what day is that, by the way? 11 a.m. That is a Thursday. Okay, we'll be there. Absolutely. We're going to fill it up. We're going to fill that room up. I love the daytime stuff. Hey, don't forget later on, third phase of Moon. I gave them this video. As a matter of fact, let me show you one before I get into Fatima. Fata. Chia. Here's a video. It's interesting. It's okay. Yeah. Let me just show you this one. I think this is a good one. Watch. So we have a problem, right, with the ISS. Wouldn't you agree that anytime we see the lights, they're usually going the same way the Earth is? Capiche? Because the Earth is going that way. It's a one capiche show. It's going this way. So we're seeing boats and fishing vessels and all sorts of lights on the ground, buildings, freeways, volcanoes even. And we're misidentifying a lot of this stuff and calling it UFOs. In this case, I don't know if this is something stuck on the camera, but watch what happens. I just did a Lou Elizondo head look. Oh, wait. No music. Hold on. Look, come on. You know what kind of show this is turning into. You know where we're going. Right? There we go. I got your back, Mary. I mean, Jen. Mary. Jen Brown. I'm so used to Mary's. Watch what happens here. See, to me, it looks like it's under the clouds. It's gone. It's gone. Disappeared into the white. See, that's the problem I have with this video. It goes into the white. I don't know if that's stuck on the camera, but look, here's another one here. See, and these even look like, if this is the Earth, it should be going by. It shouldn't be stuck. I don't know, man. Here, let's see if it's moving. Put my mouse on it. All right, yeah, I got it. It's supposed to be right here. My mouse keeps turning off, so I got to keep wiggling it a little. I'm wiggling it. See, it's still there. You know what? It is moving a little bit. Oh, shit. Did I just see it go down? Did I just see it take off? I thought I saw something zip out of the way. Watch. I can't focus the same. I lost my vision. Anyway, it's a tough one, I know, but it's hard to say if it disappeared. I tried. I tried. What else we got? Here's a guy. And then we'll get into the fat woman. Fatima. You know about it, right? There's a guy here who captures a face and says he captured Bigfoot. I've got to play this for you. This guy the channel is the Facts By Howtohunt.com. The guy's got 182,000 subs. Not too shabby. And this video was put out yesterday. It's got almost 60,000 views. Let's take a look at Bigfoot. Shane Rodriguez with a super sticker. And that sticker, oh boy. I have to wait for everything to scroll. Oh, it's a guy with cool sunglasses on. Okay, thank you very much. Super generoso once again. What's that? Oh, I will after this. You got to see. This face will make you pee your panties. I was talking to Valerian.
Something was looking at me.
I'm joking, big guy.
I was inside my small house, and it was around 10 p.m. I have to admit, I couldn't force myself to go outside, fearing that I would have another face-to-face encounter with it, as I described in my first email that you put in your book. And what I attached was from the first window in the dining room. I promise this is a real and an undoctored photo. The only thing my daughter did for me was lighten it on Photoshop to make it more visible. This window is only 4 feet off the ground. So
That's what Bigfoot sounded like on that guy. And this looks like it would be that kind of Bigfoot making that noise. How? Mike. Remember? It said Mike.
So he was on his knees looking in the house. The next day I expected to see footprints or a knee indentation, but there was nothing. We're currently building a new home 100 miles from here on my daughter's farm to be closer to her grandchildren.
It's a good one.
Refused to bring the children out here due to all the paranormal, Bigfoot, UFO crap we're experiencing. Our small 5-acre property goes up for sale next month. It breaks my heart to leave. We love it
Bigfoot.
here. Life never goes as you expect, but being run off our beloved homestead by Bigfoot is the last thing I would have guessed 5 years ago. I pray they don't follow us to our new home.
Wait. Bigfoot followed them? when they moved. It scared them off the property. Really? You left your home? I guess the story is more intense. But that's the guy's story. The link will be in the description. You can watch this Bigfoot thing. All right. Well, we're turning off the Bigfoot bell right now. Let's get to Fatima. Stop! We're not doing Fatima bell. No fat bell. Fat bell? Maybe we will. Oh, there's a 10,000-year-old cave painting in India depicting a being similar to a classified gray alien. Where? Do you see it? I don't see it. Do you see an alien? This thing here? Oh, yeah, it's got the head. And it's got the big eyes. And the little mouth with the 2 dots for a nose. Holy crap. That's just a splotch. Either that or he's vaping. It's a little bit of vape coming out of there, you know. He's vaping, you know it. That's what's in his hand. It's not a laser pointer. Anyway, that won't be in the link in the description after the show. All right, Fatima, here we go. Did I lose you, Fat? Where's Fatty? Here she is. So what really happened in 1917? The 2 kids predicted a miracle, and 70,000 people witnessed the sky phenomena. There were healings and other bizarre things. So who or what was the Lady of Fatima? Now, this was from the Jacques Vallée book, The Invisible Colleague. He's the one who looks at it from a UFO perspective rather than a religious one. And reading the accounts of what happened here, it does seem like more of the UFO alien perspective. Anyway, here's some excerpts. The first apparition of the woman took place on May 13th, 1917. 3 children were watching their sheep when a bright flash surprised them, and they walked towards the large hollow pasture called Cova d'Aria, literally the Cave of St. Irene, an old sacred spot, to see what happened. They found themselves caught in a glowing light that almost blinded them, and in the center of the light they perceived a little woman who spoke to them, begging them to return every month to the same spot. While the children had been alone on the first occasion, there were 50 people the second time on June 13th. They watched while the little shepherds knelt and became transfigured, as if transported into another world at the time of the observation. The oldest child, Lucia, who was 10 at the time, addressed an unseen entity whose answers were not heard by others in the group. One spectator, however, reported perceiving a very faint voice or the buzzing of a bee. You're out in the middle of the field. Of course you're going to have a bee buzzing in your ear. At the end of the dialogue, all witnesses heard an explosion and saw a small cloud rise from the vicinity of a tree on which all the succeeding manifestations would center. The next month, on July 13th, the number of witnesses has risen to 4,500. This third apparition was especially remarkable in several aspects. On August 13th, there were 18,000 people at the site of the apparitions. The children, however, were not present. They had been kidnapped and jailed by a local official who had decided to put an end to this nonsense. In their absence, a clap of thunder was heard, followed by a bright flash. A small whitish cloud was forming around the tree. It hovered for a few minutes, then rose and melted away. The clouds in the sky had turned crimson red and then changed to pink, yellow, and blue, colored like a rainbow on the ground. Clouds around the sun reflecting different colors on the people. Such are some of the terms the witnesses used to describe it. The witnesses saw falling flowers, the famous phenomenon of angel hair. One man, Manuel Pedro Mardo, reported seeing clearly a luminous globe spinning through the clouds. Una especie de globo luminoso girando nas nuvens, in a statement made under oath during the canonical inquiry concerning the signs of August 13th. Wow, there was a whole inquiry and everything. Well, on August 19th, the children were released and were tending sheep near Aljustrel, when about 4 p.m. they noticed a sudden lowering of the temperature. The sun, they said, became yellowish. The colors of the rainbow once again filled the countryside, visible to adults in the vicinity, as was later established. The bright flash was seen, and glowing light came to settle about a tree near the children. The entity, clothed in white and gold, stood once more at the center of the glow. The witnesses fell to their knees and feasted their souls in rapture. A dialogue followed in which the apparition asked the children to make sacrifices for sinners. After 10 minutes, the Lady of Light departed slowly towards the east with a roaring sound. The last apparition, as predicted, took place October 13th, 1917. The crowd numbered 70,000 this time. The size of the assembled crowd had grown in the following progression: 3, 50, 4,500, 18,000, 30,000, 70,000. The vision was preceded by a flash of light. At noon, a sweet, strange fragrance filled the air. The predicted miracle took place as the apparition left the Cova de Iria. The rain that had been pouring down on the crowd suddenly stopped, and the heavy clouds parted. The sun appeared as a disk of brilliant silver, a weird disk that turns rapidly on its own axis and casts off beams of colored light in all directions. Shafts of red light shot out from the rim of the sun and colored the clouds, the earth, the trees, the people. Then shafts of violet, of blue, of yellow, and of other colors followed in succession. 4. These colors have been described as monochromatic sectors, and they were definitely revolving. The reports speak of a flat disk rather than a globe. After a while, it stopped spinning and plunged downward in zigzag fashion towards the earth, and that horrified the spectators, you can imagine. Most witnesses believed that their last hour had come. They thought they were going to die. Many of them began publicly confessing their sins. Finally, the disk reverted its motion and disappeared into the sun, the real sun, once again fixed and dazzling in the sky. The astounded crowd suddenly realized that their clothes, the trees, and the ground were perfectly dry. The lives of the people who attended these miracles were deeply changed. Some were cured of a variety of diseases. At my mother's request, I went once more to Cova de Iria in August at the time of the apparitions, writes Mario Godinho. Once more I came back discouraged and disappointed, but that time something extraordinary happened. My mother, who had a large tumor in one of her eyes for many years, was cured. The doctors who had attended her said they couldn't explain such a cure. And this is just one of among hundreds of testimonies at the time of the final miracle. Many people were driven out of their senses, even those who saw it from a distance of several miles and were not in the company of the other witnesses who might have influenced them, had their experiences, their own. A child of 12 named Albano Barros, for example, who was in a field near Mind, 8 miles from Fatima, was so struck when he saw a disk of light falling toward the earth that he doesn't remember what followed. I cannot even remember whether I took the sheep home, whether I ran, or what I did, he says. Pretty interesting. In one celebrated example, a Belgian man named Pierre de Rutter had suffered a crushing blow to his leg from a falling tree. He had a compound fracture, and the member became infected, but he refused amputation. The victim was almost unable to move, even with the help of crutches. A devout Catholic had no funds to travel to Lourdes itself, but was able to convince his employer to pay for his trip to the Shrine of Our Lady of Lourdes in Hoogstakker, Belgium. He prayed. He begged to be allowed to work again so he could support his wife and children and could stop relying on the charitable gifts of others. He felt deeply moved, overwhelmed by a strange feeling. Beside himself, he rose, went through the crowd, and knelt before the statue. Then he suddenly realized what he had done. In joy, he began walking around the cave, and his wife saw him thus. "What happened?" she asked. "What are you doing? What are you doing?" She looked troubled, become dizzy, and fainted on the spot. Rutter was immediately taken to a nearby house and his leg was examined. Not only the wound was neatly closed, but the leg had become completely normal again. The bones weren't broken any longer. Both legs were of equal length. They even measured them. Capiche? It's my lady. It's Fatima. Hey. She may be big. She's my ma. Get it? Fatima. Fatima meatballs. In one of the encounters, last thing here to say, a prophetic message was given to the children. This is what everybody remembers about the story. And transmitted these messages by them to a church. A part of that message was not to be revealed until 1960, at which time Pope John XIII opened the sealed envelope, but did not publish the secret. A man whose word I trusted received an interesting COVID report from one of the Pope's secretaries who introduced the highest men in the church into the presence of John XIII for the opening of the secret part of the Fatima prophecy in 1960. Although the solemn event took place behind closed doors, the secretary had the opportunity to see the cardinals as they left the Pope's office. They had a look of deep horror on their faces. He got up from behind his desk, tried to speak to one of them who he knew intimately, but the prelate gently pushed him aside and walked on with the expression of someone who had seen a ghost. Now, it may sound ridiculous, utterly absurd, yet 70,000 people is a lot. There's pictures of the crowd from that day, yet no pictures of the apparition. Let me show you. It's beautiful, right? Freaking awesome. I love this stuff. God. Apparently, it was kind of like if you flick a quarter on a desk and it spins. That's what was happening to the ball of light, the disc-shaped light, spinning like that on its side, disc-shaped. Was it the sun? We've seen this effect, this anomaly on a lot of cameras. And people are saying, it's Fatima, Fatima. I'm like, you better watch your mouth. That's my ma. And she ain't that big no more. She was on Jenny Craig 6 weeks, lost 25 large. Anyway, pretty cool, right? I mean, back then, they didn't even have what? They had no TV. They barely had radio, right? It's so weird how far we've come in 100, 110, 20 years. It's pretty wild if you think about it. What's that? Well, I don't know if that really happened the way people think it did. What do you think it was? You think it was a weather anomaly that they saw? How do you dismiss the predictions of the 3 children, which this story didn't get into that much? I guess Jacques Vallée, or whoever wrote the thing, was trying to keep it in his perspective that it was a UFO. So we don't get all the intimate details like I thought we were going to get with that story. I thought it was going to go into word for word what the predictions were, but it didn't. It did not. I do too, B. Baker. How everybody dressed. All the men seemingly wore hats. I'm keeping that tradition going, by the way. The hats. This young gentleman here looks to be about 13 to 16. He's got his hat in his hand. He's got his hat in his hand. This guy's praying. I don't see a hat. Could be on his back, maybe on under his arm. This guy, he definitely's got hat hair. It's touching. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the word Fatima. I don't know. There's something about it. It was magical that day. That's a lot of people to see it. If you think about it, it was over 100,000 people saw that thing. 70,000 the one day and 30,000 before that. You know, it was like 3,500, 103,000 people saw it. They all saw different things, but man alive, that would have been great to see. And you know, we still have things going on today like that. And you can't deny it. We've seen video of, we just saw a video of something very similar yesterday, even though it might be fake. But that doorbell or that security cam where the light just appeared above the snow, I still don't know if that's real or fake, but it looked good. It looked real good. I know I have something else I have to show you. I have to. Tomorrow's Sunday, yeah? So I'm making a new series for GoofOn, I think. I don't know. I was going to do it for GoofOn. I think I'm going to do it for Third Phase UFO Report. And I have a lot of these documents, and I'm calling it Stop Secrets. And it's going to be a series. I'm going to be coming out with all of these documents, and we're going to look at everything and read all the important ones and the stuff that looks cool. So I'm calling it Stop Secrets, you know, like Top Secret, Stop Secrets. To play on words, that goes all over words. All right, I think I found it. Wait, whoa, sorry, I have a lot more to go. We're not done. Don't forget, we still got 30 minutes because we started late. I want to show you the video that Third Phase is showing later. I want to show it, but that wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair. It's not fair. I shouldn't have said anything at all and should have kept it for myself. They could have taken it from me. That's what I should have done. But then, I mean, by the time it gets out tonight, 1,000 people may have seen this show. They're going to have 30,000, 40,000 people see it. I can't play this. All right, here's the cool video. It's really cool. It's chemtrails, but really good video and close. You've got to see this. You got to see this. It's crazy. This is poison in our sky, in our lives. This is killing us. You don't want to believe it, don't. But there's I'll find the video and I'll tell you what to watch, because it's freaking amazing how sick our government is. Sick. Disgusting. Unbelievable. Downright terrible. Just terrible. Disgusting.
worship the devil. They look alike. They dress alike. Two identical beauties. But one of them has the very devil in her.
Oh.
Has sent me. Twins of evil.
Oh, yeah. We're flying through the sky, guys. We've got poison in our pipes. We are going to turn night darker than night can be. We're going to take the life out of the atmosphere and spray it all over your dirty lungs, you filthy animals. That's right, I'm a chemtrail cloud, and I'm here to make you sick. And I'm gonna change a few things in the sky while I'm at it. You know, change the direction of a storm, maybe have some freak rain. Oh yeah, but you're gonna think I'm a regular contrail, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm a disgusting line. I might as well be like Yayo in the sky. I'm like cocaine in the sky. Coquilleo, huh? That's who I am, huh? I am the cocaine cloud, man. You want to take a sniff of this, huh? It'll make you see things. You go fly, pelican, fly, pelican. You know you want this chemtrail all inside your lung, inside burning your eye.
All you have to do is go to sleep.
Is it gonna make you dance in your grave? Is what this stuff do for you.
You're scared of your own shadow and terrified of dear.
I can't do this no more.
Yes, I am.
So that's the cloud up close. Hey, they weren't putting any sound. I've got to do it. All right, what do we got? I got a lot of moat. Oh, okay. So this is good. I love this. This is by UFO Jesus. UFO Jesus. I know he's watching my show. I know he's watching because he used an article that I used on last night's show for him. But here's the tweet. It says, some military and spy agencies are blocking or simply ignoring the effort to catalog what they have on UAP, according to multiple current and former government officials. Huh? I don't like that tweet. Next. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't know. Don't like it. What's this? No, don't like that one either. Let's get rid of that. Trash. Why did I choose these? I don't remember choosing these. Okay. All right. Here's a good one. I'll put this one on the podium. Put it up on the screen. You guys not seeing it? In 3, 2, 1, go. Another one from Ryan, UFO Jesus. I'm glad disclosure process is shaping up to be down to earth. Rumors of false flag alien invasions or drumming up the UFO threat is counter to the evidence, in my opinion. The national security apparatus would rather have you believe it's not a threat at all. What is his... Wait a second. Wait, stop. Is anybody watching this? Can anybody help? No? They've been saying it's a threat. Who? The national security apparatus? What, wasn't he just come out and say the DOD or something? They would rather have you believe it's not a threat at all. Where does he get his information? Am I wrong? I have to ask. I'll wait. I'm asking. I'm asking you guys. Well, what's going on in the chat? Anything I need to know? Looks like there's some anger going on. Somebody get kicked out. Connie of the Dead, welcome to the show. What's going on? I don't know. Who's Holly? What the F, Holly? What's going on? What are we talking about? I don't even see a Holly. All right, I give up on the chat room. See, this is why I can't do chat. Perfect example. And how do you get kicked out of all of YouTube? Area 503. Rothschild? I'm not talking about that on this show. You kidding, Rothschild? I'll get fired. YouTube will shut me down. Are you live, Area 503, right now? What do you mean, your stream? Is mine? Let me see if mine is too. Nope. All right, let me check. I'm streaming for you. Streaming for you. Here we go. Streaming for you. No, it's running perfectly. Anybody seen Rothschild spanking Richie? Hey, you. Hold on a second. I have an idea. I really like that thumbnail tonight. It was one of the best thumbnails I ever had. It's a pretty good one. Hold on. Here we go. Ah, your sister's got 19 teeth. Hey! My mouse was moving on its own. Pricks. Get off my computer, Ma. Here we go. What's his problem?
Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
It's pretty intense. It is. All right, next. Here's I think this is a UFO. Oh no, I'm not. All right, let's watch this. 47 seconds long. They're calling, now they don't call it chemtrailing. You want to know what they call it? Solar dimming. Dim suck foo? Oh, I thought I hit it.
And you all need to understand these are military weapons. If you garner nothing more than that, that's what you need to know. It's microwave radiation warfare. This is what this is.
Something happened. Something happened. It's frozen.
Military weapons.
Oh, they froze it. All right, next. God, that sucked. That was probably one of the worst videos I've ever seen. Oh, who's this guy? Area 503. Oh, that was your trailer. I did have it here for your show. Damn it. Well, we got it up. All right. This is a good question. I really enjoy this one because it really sparks my interest to see what our military should do. Good question, though. The biggest question is, you know, they were talking about that 2 years ago when the military was being followed by all the drone UFO Tic Tac things, and they felt that it was kind of a threat. So the question that was brought up here by Tom on Twitter says, to me, the biggest question is why, especially after multiple nights of these encounters, did the Navy not open fire? If human tech They could have been armed with chemical weapons, bioweapons, or dirty bomb weapons. They were violating airspace repeatedly. Why was nothing done? And I said, exactly, a great point. If they're such a major threat, why not open fire on them? Maybe because they don't know if they'll start World War III, or they know who's flying them, or they were told to stand down because there was zero threat. There's a lot of things it could be. Pete Venkman says, from what I gathered, they did shoot a harpoon. Oh, shut off. They shot a harpoon type device that they used to shoot ropes to docks when docking. I believe they fired this at the drones to no avail. Shut off. Are you kidding me? My point is true. Why didn't we try to take those things down? If they're a threat and you're trying to make communication with something and they're not listening, oh, that's what Fravor did, right? Isn't that what Fravor did? No. Fravor treated it like it was real world, and he armed his fighter, his jet. He was ready to go without command, right? Nobody gave him a command to go hot. Could he have gone hot if he was in a training thing? I don't think so. He didn't have any weapons. He couldn't have gone hot. He couldn't have tipped them on. He couldn't have sparked the wires, touched the fuses, whatever they do. Yeah, I can't. I will talk about one thing before we go here. Let's see. Alien Protocols says there has definitely been an increase in global detection, and it's not related to newly devoted resources. What do you think it means? Me? Maybe we should listen. There has definitely been an increase in global detection. I guess they means UFOs. No, there really hasn't. There hasn't been an increase in global detection. It's been the same. All right, let's have a little fun. Here's one of the dumbest questions I've ever heard. And okay, it's coming from somebody who is claiming that they are visited by ET, have seen ET many times, not the movie, not the creature, but an actual one. His father's very famous. It's Ryan Bledsoe, everybody. Yeah, that's right. Here we got going to be on your show there on your Area 503. And it looks like we got Ryan Bledsoe coming on your show on April 1st there. Says that visited by aliens. Well, Johnson, did you see what I saw? Yeah, I think he did see what you saw there. I mean, it's crazy. He's got a big head and big eyes. Aliens. It just seems that these aliens came a great distance and crashed into the Roswell desert. Hey, that's right. These aliens are so smart. Fly great distances and crash into the desert. And they're drinking and driving. That's how stupid Jay Leno. That was the worst Jay Leno impersonation in the history of time machines. Oh, I want to play that video so bad. It's killing me. For third, you're going to see, you're going to love it. Yes, I'll be the host on Area 503. I'm Jay Leno. Actually, I'm Richard Ike. That's who I am. You call me Rich Ike. Dick Ike. I'm Dick Ike. I'm Dyke. This is embarrassing. That's not nice. Huh?
I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
I'm telling you, that guy's never gonna let it go. Never. He's coming after me. Okay, I want to get you guys up to date on something. I got another email. I get it every Saturday now. Check this out. We're going to do it with Greer. Hey, I got to bring that back. Check it out. So I get this email from Greer. Well, not him personally, from his manufactured emails. Go out. This is when? Saturday, April 3rd. That's next Saturday. He wants us to go out between 9 and midnight. Now, in your time zone with a group of friends or an existing CE5 group to form a continuous light around the world, reaching out in universal peace. Hold on. So let's say I'm on the East Coast and I go out at 9. By the time it's midnight, is that okay? What about the people in Hawaii? They're not gonna. It breaks up. You don't have continuous light, do you? Doesn't it break up? Because if you go out at 9 p.m. New York, it's 3 p.m. Hawaii. In 3 hours, it's midnight, but in Hawaii, it's only 9. No, 6. 6. Hawaii and anybody after that, Japan, all them people, they don't get to be included in this. This is just for mainland. This is just for the United States. It can't be global. Am I wrong? Am I right? Anyway, for shits and giggles, join with groups around the globe and making contact. Thousands around the globe. No. Have already formed contact groups. Now is the time to magnify global coherence by all of us coming together in higher consciousness in a way that can move the world and humanity into a path of universal peace. Ideas for participation in global CE5. Guys, I know what he means, Rich, right? Yeah, that's what he means. Okay, but 12 a.m. Eastern, okay, is 6 Hawaii. And then when it gets to 3 a.m. Eastern, it's 9 Hawaii and midnight here. It just doesn't work. The whole world is not going to be out at the same time. Right? No? I'm not wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. You should everybody should just go on the same go out the same time, figure it out. That's all I can tell you. And here it says a big thank you to all the CE5 contact groups around the world. You said it 3 times, Greer, for continuing the work for peaceful contact between Earth and other interstellar civilizations. Learn how to make ET contact. Download the CE5 app for $15. Subscribe to Dr. Stephen Greer's YouTube channel. I don't think I did I? Yeah, I did subscribe. I don't think I had a choice. I did. Remember this?
Out, and if you want to meditate and join the aliens with me, no, not the aliens, the ETs. We're all in this together, as Dr. Greer said. It's up to us.
If you sign up to our newsletter email list, we do a monthly thing where we do
sign up, buy my book, watch my DVDs, and pay full price for stuff you've already seen.
On the same, I think it's the first or second Saturday of the month. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm in it.
Where we have the whole world doing the CE5 meditation together at the same night.
Yeah. That happened. Never.
Oh, we are in it.
Yeah,
Sam,
so really great power thing. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Greer.
Thank you. I really appreciate your help and your perspective and everything.
Well,
It is what it is. Well, to each their own, you know? Who cares? Let him have fun. He's not hurting anybody. Not hurting me. You know what I mean? Who cares? It's good. Good for him. It's good for him. He's having a good time. She looks like a good time. She looks like a lot of fun. In a good way. Did I say that out loud? I did. Not my speed, though. They all are. Oh my God, I'm so sexist. I'm a guy from the 80s. What do you want from me? I'm just a little over 40. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. Appreciate everything. Your super generosity. Thank you very much tonight and your time. And newcomers and veterans alike. Totally. Thank you giving at least the 1 minute. That's all we ask for. Just try it out. If you like it, come back another day. And I'm Rich Giordano. Tomorrow we're taking off, but we're not working. There will be videos. Third Phase UFO Report and other 2 places, GoofOn and everywhere else. So there will be lots of stuff tomorrow. And remember, because I want you to have a nice weekend, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. Good night, everybody, and have a great weekend. Appreciate it.
I don't know what you're complaining about. All you have to do is go to sleep. I'm not asking you to come with me. I was there. I know you were. You're scared of your own shadow and terrified of dear Uncle Gustav. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not. I don't care if he does find me gone. But come, Frida, I beg you. Think about what you're doing. Everyone says he's a wicked man. What about him? Who wants to be good? If being good is singing hymns and praying all day long. He's doing what's best for us, I'm sure. It might be best for you. It's not for me. I'm going, and you might as well stop arguing about it. And I warn you, if you dare tell on me, Frida, you know I wouldn't do that. I'm just telling you. You know what will happen if you do. Stop it, you're hurting me not half as much as I will if you don't keep quiet.